back in 1993, martial arts was strange. It was so fragmented that everyone thought their art was the best. Everyone thought their instructor was a god, right? And no one had ever tested it. So it was weird. You had all these pockets of people around the world that were delusional about the effectiveness of their martial art, and no one had ever tested it, which it's weird that it took that long, right?
Well, okay, on the beginning, there was a style of martial art against a style of martial art. It was karate against kung fu. It was wrestling against kickboxing. It was one style against the other. When we came in teaching jiu-jitsu and challenging and trying to prove that our style is the most complete art of self-defense, it was the bond in between wrestling, karate, boxing. You see all the styles, you glue them together. Today, so back then was a style against a style. Today is more of the athlete against an athlete. It's not, you see, because they're all, of course, most of the fighters today, Lyoto Machida comes from a karate background. Randy Couture comes from a wrestling background. But karate and wrestling doesn't have triangle chokes and arm locks, and they cannot even do the chokes. So, and they do win sometimes with chokes and arm locks. And so that means they combine, the jiu-jitsu became the glue in between all the styles.
Yeah, indeed.
There's more like an athlete against an athlete is who have the best strategy, who is have the best cardio, the best endurance, who have the best, you see, so training and facility and the sparring partners, and so the best food, everything counts today. So it's one athlete against another because everybody knows the same thing.
Yeah, and now everybody knows some jiu-jitsu. You have to know some, or there's no way you're going to make it through probably 2 minutes of a fight.
You have to know. That's, like I said, jiu-jitsu, I mean, again, it's a strategy game. A strategy, a lot of people confuse, for the viewers, a lot of people confuse, what's your strategy for this fight? And the guy goes, well, my strategy is I'm going to come in, I'm going to throw a 1-2 punch combination, I'm going to shoot in, take double leg, take him down, mount on my opponent, and then punch him until he turns around, and I'm going to choke him out. That's not a strategy. That's a wish. The opponent didn't do a thing. A strategy is knowing what your opponent's going to do, when is he going to step, so I can hit or tackle him and choke him or knock him out. So I know my opponents, when is he going to step, when is he going to do this move, so I can hit him, knock him out on the right moment, the right timing. So a lot of people say, well, but that was luck. No, there's no such thing as luck. If you go back to training, to the person's training camp, he trained that so many times. You see, he studied the opponent. So you don't win the fight when you won it. You win the fight when the opponent makes a mistake.